Hello and good morning. Welcome to the live stream. 5,000 kilobytes per second streaming live. Listening to my favorite YouTube video. Having some things going on here. Couple of things want to share. Not that it's really that important, but yesterday, technology. I was focused over here in my power station on top of my subwoofer. It works good though as a table for battery chargers, for charging speakers. For charging telephones, camera batteries, Bluetooth speaker batteries. In this case, my Bose speaker here. This cable right here is plugged in there. And you can see I've got like a splitter plug, 3-way, but I'm only using it for 2 for obvious reasons. And this is my subwoofer plug, which resides here usually when I'm not doing anything with it. There we go. Gotta keep everything up level. Look at this thing just hanging like that. Terrible, terrible, terrible. There we go. That looks better. So I had my tablet here. I had this over here plugged in, charging, using this USB cable here that you see in 2 pieces. I cut it. This is from Bose. It's from Bose. That's what came with the speaker. And I have done nothing to this cable except use it gingerly and carefully, much like you see everything else here, all laid out in a particular way so that there's no stress and strain on any of the cabling, etc. And when I'm done with it, I put it back to its upright, the seat to the upright position again. So I have done nothing to this cable except use it to charge various USB, micro USB type connector devices. Not these ones, but my Bluetooth speaker, my tablet when it would run low because it's got micro USB, micro USB. I said that already. Etc. So yeah, like 2 devices I use that to plug into. And well, anyways, having said that, I woke up this morning and this tablet had 1%. Oh, it wasn't even that. Oh my god, it even gets worse. It gets worse. The story about the power management. I should have tagged this video power management issues. I am dealing with power management with wireless connected Internet of Things devices and otherwise, using different formats, USB-C type connectors, micro USB type connectors, which are the more previous generation, most common. Now we've transitioned to USB-C, thankfully. Even Apple devices have been relegated to having to use and resistantly so, like Apple. Yeah, God. Anyways, yeah, their resistance to the standards, the proprietary branding of companies with their own connections, with their own plugs, with their own proprietary softwares and stuff. I get all of that, but I appreciate standards. They're a lot easier to work with, and there's less confusion. So yeah, I woke up yesterday. I had this GoPro plugged in and I was disconnected from my last stream again. Just a quick update. And when I got back to looking at the camera's progression in recharging the battery, because I wanted to plug the battery back in, so I did, or plugged in the camera back into the power. Get back to the camera's got 1% battery life left in it. And I'm like, what is going on? That was after it was plugged in. Now I remember I was plugged into the PC here with this and this here. That was plugged in there. Okay, so it's all coming back to me now. It's like a nightmare. This was plugged in. This was plugged into the camera, which was sitting on top of my computer like that. And when I came back to the camera, after it had disconnected, a message came up on the computer saying USB device connected. And I thought, okay, that's just a notification saying that the USB, once I was disconnected from the live stream, now the GoPro is taken over, or Windows is taken over, and says, okay, it's detected that it's a USB device, let's use it as such. You can probably hear the noise from the fan with the camera on there, because I noticed yesterday after I reviewed my video that I was getting a lot of noise from the fan when the camera sat on top of that, so I just took it off. You probably hear the difference now. Anyway, so the story about the USB connected device to the PC and getting a notification saying that a device that was USB was connected to the PC, I assumed that it meant that GoPro was charging the battery now that the live stream had been cut off or stopped or what have you. I exited the app from my smart device, exited the app, sat here for hours working on my PC, doing work, come back to the camera to find out and discover it's got 1% battery left. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I disconnect the camera, bring it over to my charging station here, right? Bring it to the charging station and plug it in to a USB type connector like this one. And it was charged up in several hours. It charged up. And then with the tablet, I already told you, I had to move it over here because I have a USB, micro USB plug plugged into this PC here, which is not turned on, but it does have a trickle power feed that's constant. And likewise, there's a constant feed on one of these USB jacks here. I don't know which one. When the device is turned off or goes to sleep, it still does trickle charging or whatever. So anyways, I got a little annoyed this morning when I discovered that I had that problem, and I checked the plug out. I plugged this into other devices because it would go, when I plugged it into my tablet, I could feel it wiggling around, and I don't know if you could really see this, but it's bent. The plug is bent, and I don't remember doing that. I mean, did I? I must have, because nobody else has been using this plug except for me. So it just feels kind of spongy now. I kind of tried to widen it because it would go into the socket, it would pull out, it would be very loose fitting, so I kind of pinched it here with a pair of pliers to make it more friction fit, and it did friction fit in there. But once I got the friction fit so it was holding tight inside of the socket, the metal part, I started to wiggle, and this plastic part that goes around the metal part has come loose, or has been loosened from, it's like a loose tooth inside your mouth, you know. It's still inside your mouth, but you can wiggle it around and the gums are holding it. But whatever the case is, this is garbage, and I cut it. I cut the cable. I got frustrated because I'm like, garbage, GoPro garbage. And so I was about to throw this in the trash, and I had an awakening. I had an awakening moment. I realized that this USB connector on this side, the USB type A connector, is still good, and type B. I decided that I want to repurpose this USB connection, because there's lots of devices that I could plug this into that will provide, in my case, power, because this is going to be used as a power cable, not a data cable. I'm going to be powering my well, my fans. My fans here, you can see I have some fans. This is a Noctua fan, and this is a Noctua fan here. I know you can't see it right now, it's upside down, but I can assure you that this is indeed a Noctua fan. I'm excited about this fan. I bought this fan with the intent of using it as a cooling fan. Sorry about the racket. This fan here has a 4-pin connector, and my understanding is that there's only 3 wires going to the plug. So in essence, it's a it's an X4 plug, but it's actually X3. Anyway, so I'm gonna use my USB jack connection here, and I'm going to splice together my fan wire to the USB connector. As you can see, I'm going to do that. Not there. I'm gonna have, look how beautiful this is finished though. They heat shrunk it. It's got pinned. Yeah, it would be nice if I could connect a male pin onto this, and then have the option to plug and unplug and plug and unplug without damaging this nicely finished end of this fan. I could repurpose this fan into another project, but I wanted to use this fan independent of having to be committed to being plugged into a PC in a setup like this. So I could use my fan, for example, here in front of me on a hot summer's day as I sit in front of my PC. And the fan, I could plug it in, and the fan will blow cool air against me. Whereas this is blowing cool air that way and exhausting heat. This one could just be free floating. I'm not going to leave it in the container. I'm going to have it separate. I'll have a mounting solution, maybe set it up on a tripod, who knows, a Gorilla clamp of some kind, Joby type tripod. You know the device, the mounting I'm talking about. So yeah, I would like to do something creatively with this fan and repurpose this plug that is perfectly good on this end here. This one will go into the trash. It's garbage. Okay, it'll go on the floor for now. Okay, well, I wanted to share that little bit of tech, but this is a day in the life. This is a day in the life, and it started this morning when I woke up. I grabbed my phone. It was sitting here on the table. I don't bring it to bed with me. Sitting here on the table. I pick up the phone, it slips out of my hand like butter. It's slippery, slick, you know, like that. It's still slip, and it's huge. This phone is huge. Like, I have a fairly large hand, but it's difficult to. Oh, look, my kilobytes per second is dropping to 4131. Stream health alert. Stream health alert. Red alert. Red alert. No, everything's good. Everything's good. It's just my proximity to my router that makes the difference. No, it makes no difference. If I wait for the lag, for the buffering, does it change? No. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Nothing's changed. So, day in the life, tech, drop phones, drop plugs, not powering device, discovering devices are empty and not charged. Same with the tablet, was plugged into that micro USB plug. This is what triggered it yesterday. This morning was the cutting of the cable, was that device plugged in over here with that cable that didn't have connectivity to that device. The other factor was this GoPro camera that I discovered again. That was last night, that it was plugged into the PC, and when the stream stopped and the message came up on the computer that a USB device was connected, I didn't realize that it wasn't connected for charging. It was connected for data transfer, and I don't understand the difference. For some reason, I would assume in the Internet of Things that if you have a USB connected device, the protocol of USB-C should allow for power and data transfer at the same time. Maybe somebody can correct me on that, but I just assume that data and power can be done at the same time through the same cabling, especially on USB standard. I don't know what it was for the previous generation of USB connected devices like micro USB and, you know, type A, type B, etc. Yeah, okay, let's get away from this because it's freaking me out again. My health is still there. Good. It's good health. What am I doing else otherwise here? I got some other stuff you're looking at. You're probably wondering what is going on. I've been stepping on these dowels and they've been rolling around here. I have a vacuum hose. Got a vacuum hose here that I fed all of this cabling, all of this doweling into here, into that hose here. And yeah, that travels the length of the hallway. It does go down the hallway here, all the way down the hallway here into the bedroom. And what I'm trying to do is find something that got drawn into the vacuum cleaner hose. Something got drawn into the vacuum cleaner hose, and I'm trying to push it through, and I want to share this with you guys. I want to share this with you. I'm almost there. What I should do firstly is, okay, let's go back here, and what I'm doing is I'm shoving dowels and I'm using tape to connect the dowels to the like this here. So I stick a dowel like that, or like edge to edge, and I take the tape, I butt them together, and then I tape them so that they don't slip and slide apart. You'll be surprised what I have at the other end. You'll see what comes out of the hose. You may or may not be surprised, but I am surprised. So I tape that like that. I make a little pull tab by folding this over on itself. I fold it over on itself just like that. Now it's kind of stuck together. It's not going to come apart because it's smaller diameter than the diameter. See how much play there is there? I wouldn't be able to shove something fatter in there so it wouldn't slip off when I'm pushing it through. So I taped them in there. So basically I'm just pushing this through like that, you can see, and I'm going to feed that through till I get to the end, and then I'll tape and wrap another dowel on here. But I'm not going to bore you with all of that. As you can see, I'm not going to do all that for you, but I'm going to get you set up over here, and I'm going to come back to the other side and push it through, and you're going to see what comes out at the other end. Okay? I don't want you guys to miss nothing. You ain't missing nothing. Okay, I'm gonna push it through. You're gonna find out what it is. Here we go. Here we go. It's coming through. It's coming through. What could it be? There you go. What is it? What is at the end of this? What is at the end of this mess here? This got sucked through the vacuum hose, which is what this is. And it is a glove. It is a latex type glove that I use for working on my car, for example. How about that, eh? How about that? Anyways, that got stuck in here. This is what's coming out. I have all of these pieces coming out of the hose. Whoops. Out of the hose. I want you to see this. Okay? Here we go. One piece at a time. Because I wouldn't be able to pull out 25 feet of stick in one shot. Just like that. Just like that. And then the rest I'll have to kind of shake out, push through with my gravity. Oh, this one already came off. Oh my goodness. What a show. What a show. I'll pull back through this way. Okay. Isn't this exciting? Hey, day in the life. Day in the life. You try to do something and you get the curveball thrown at you. It's a good thing that I'm capable person to do all of this stuff. Like, I know my parents are a little bit older, and you know, they ask to help with things. They're not as capable at this point in their life, perhaps. Other people less mechanically inclined. Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed, I guess. I'm independent, free thinker, problem solver, solution maker. Good, good. Everything's coming out as it should. In pieces. I was trying to imagine how I could fish through the 25-foot length of hose. And I'm like, I don't have 25 feet length of a stick I could use to push through, but I have a bunch of smaller sticks that I could use. And I did. Took brooms apart, broom handles, dowels, whatever I could find. Just so I can get that glove out of the... I was trying to vacuum the dust out of my tool bag in my tool collection here. Doing some cleaning, housekeeping. And yeah, I sucked that into the vacuum cleaner. Now I hope that I got everything out. All the sticks are out. All the sticks are out. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Oh, man. I gotta put this thing back together. I have to take this off. And in the process of doing that, I also damaged it. This is some kind of a gasket that goes around here. Like that. And it seats in here into that groove. I think I have it upside down. Feels like it's upside down, but maybe not. There we go. It's back together. Okay. Now, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Let's see if it works. Did I hear something else? Yes, I heard something else traveling in here. Oh, good. Good, I knew I heard something. It's a piece of aluminum that also came out of that bag. This is garbage. Go with that wire. Okay, I'm not gonna make you watch me vacuum the floor, but I just wanted to see if everything was repaired again, and it is. And it's functioning as it was. I was working on my tool bag over here. I was just doing a little bit of housekeeping, cleaning things up, getting all the dust and dirty things, cleaning all my bits that I use in my job that I work at. Not today. Pencil case full of bits, more bits, pencils, pens, markers, stocking tips, some rags, garbage bag, safety safety vest, gloves, and hammers and files and pry bars and scrapers and yeah, chisels. All of this goes into my tool chest, my tool bag here that I was just doing a little bit of housekeeping. I know you don't want to hear or see that, but that's what I was working on. When I had this curveball, I sucked that glove into, just like that. Look at this. See that? Look at that. Look at that. It has a destiny. Me, I just want to get the dust off the glove. Just want to get the dust off the glove because it's still good. Tuck that away for a rainy day. My box of fall leaves. That's for a staging of an event. To stage an event. Okay, that's enough of that. Basically, that's all I was doing. I was just gonna vacuum the bag, and then all of this came and it became a YouTube video. It's become a YouTube video now. It's become part of my live stream and the day in the life. Like, holy moly. So, day in the life of Glazer Man. I am at a crossroads in my life. Not really, sort of, but not really. I'm thinking about it. I'd like to make a change. I'd like to transition. I would like to do something else other than what I'm doing, and I'm stuck. I feel trapped. However, I'm in a place where I can do something differently if I so choose. And it's not easy, again, to do something that you want to do and you don't have the means and the wherewithal to do it. I think I'm gonna let this dry. This is soaking wet and water has been getting into here all winter long as I've had this broom outside, using it to sweep snow off this front step. But I'm gonna let this dry and maybe treat it with some sealant, sealer clear coat, so that it doesn't get swollen and not fit into this socket anymore, thread in here anymore. I want to preserve this and be able to use it for a long time. I don't want to have it dry rot out on me the first season I use it. The first time I use it, you can see that up close and personal. This would make a good selfie stick, eh? You could hold the stick out like this and do your vlogging. You might look like a pinhead on the screen. But you know what? It would be a good vlogging stick. I could probably tape this GoPro camera with that shitty clip that they give you for their finger mount and tape it on here with duct tape, and it would be a better working device than using GoPro mounting solutions at a fraction of the cost. Yeah, you might not be able to use a suction cup to stick it to the side of your car or your helmet, but as a selfie stick, you could definitely put the camera on there and tape it on with duct tape, and it would just do just fine. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let this dry. Put the rest of the dowels and sticks away where they came from. Boy, it's a good thing I kept these. You just never know. And I was never imagining using them for that purpose, but right on. Handy stuff. Back to where it came from. Oh, computer went to sleep. No, it didn't. Huh. It's wide awake. Some more garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Day in the life. Day in the life. I need body cams. I need body cams, and this GoPro is not plugged in. The GoPro is not plugged in. You know what that means? It means my battery life is shortened. My stream life has been shortened. Yesterday, power management issues again, technology. So my phone is at 85%. The camera is at 46 or 45%. Okay, so 45% on the camera, 85% on the life of the phone. Yesterday, I plugged both of these in. This was plugged into the PC here through the trickle charge. The GoPro camera was plugged in over here to the USB connection that I use this adapter for, which is a fast charge adapter. And it was a race. It was a race to see who could be faster charging. And I would go back and forth. I would come back to the camera and I'd see it was progressing. It was at 55%, 56%. Go back over here to check the phone, and the phone was at 83%, 84%, and I'm like, okay, the phone's gonna be done charging fast, quick before the GoPro camera. I came back later, I saw the GoPro was at 95% charge. And I went back to my phone, and my phone was at 93% charge. And I'm like,